The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. For check it. Green select glucometer. For check it. Put sugar level for check it. For check it.
Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Moving on to the next business, and I'm going to ask my people whether there is a new sound in Ghana. I have told some gentlemen that I'm looking for an interview session with them, and these gentlemen, one of them is Mr. Logic, who is a known dance hall person. We are hearing that they want to change the name of dance hall in Ghana to Afro dance hall. That is what we are hearing. As of last Sunday, there was supposed to be a program on Hits FM 103.9 FM with King Lagazi as well as Mr. Logic, and they were going to pronounce or declare this new name. That is the Afro dance hall as dance hall music in Ghana. Now, that aside, like I said, I'm still working on the interview. I would have a one-on-one exclusive with Mr. Logic very, very soon on this particular issue, and you guys will get to know about it. Now, beyond that, there is something I also want you to know. That it seems now we have a different taste of sound in town when it comes to our music. Once again, there is this confusion whether we should call it high life or we should call it Afrobeat. Kelvyn Boy was on Hit FM once again, and he talked about high life having a different taste and Afrobeat being a different taste as well. In our music industry, two songs are trending now. One is from Camidoh called Sugarcane, and one is from Kelvyn Boy called Down Flats. Where should we place that sound? The sound of Kelvyn Boy, the sound of Camidoh. Where should we place it? Should we place it under Afrobeat, or we should place them under high life? Congratulations to both of these guys here, Camidoh as well as Kelvyn Boy. Looks like Ghana, every year we have a new sound. So some 2 years or maybe from somewhere last year, the sound Ghana was jamming to was the drill beat. And thanks to the Asaka boys, aka the boys from Kumerica, they controlled this department to the top. They took it to the world. They've performed in UK, they've performed in America, and I'm sure they are still performing. So for the past 2-3 years, it has been drill music. So if you are an artist and you want to release a song at that time, you had to do a drill song. So when the Shay, Sister Fear, and almost everybody was also going the drill way. Now, fast it forward to 2022. And we are in January. And there is a new sound in Ghana. The new sound is what Kelvyn Boy has given us. The new sound is what Camidoh has given us. The new sound is what Sugar Lord is also about to release. Now I'm asking, is this high life or maybe it is Afrobeat? Yeah, I say wait there soon, but Mami don't start because on our bonum. Wako studio bibri, ya bobo beat bibri amount. You find say high life and I say Afrobeat.
If I'm not mistaken, I'll say listening to it with a global ear, you can say it's Afrobeat. But when
if you listen to it with a global ear,
you can find a signboard for it and say this is an Afrobeat. But if you want to be a little bit indigenous by listening and being careful with strings and certain instruments played in there, you can say it's high life. You understand? And I think it's been the fusion of both that these artists have put in together to create and be able to get this type of sound. And I actually respect that because that's where we are getting to now. It's not about you trying to play what you feel represents you too much, but it's more about what you represent and how it will appeal to the world out there. So I believe they've done a good mixture and it's making sense, and I'm really proud of them for actually having this kind of sound.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now, we have a situation where in our country,
right,
we have award schemes that feature both categories you've mentioned.
Right.
We have award schemes that have a section for high life. Yeah. We have award schemes that have a section for Afrobeat. Right. And you also said clearly that if you have to think global, you say it is Afrobeat. If you have to think Ghana, you say it is high life. So in our award schemes, where we have these two areas, where do you advise we place them?
That would really be hard for me to answer. But at the end of the day, I think, it would depend on the organizers who are, what the criteria, what they really choose, and how they pick what they want to call high life and Afrobeat. Because you can't just impose on the award scheme that I am doing Afrobeat, so it's Afrobeat. I think they will also have to say this sound is the type of Afrobeat we are also trying to put out there or award, and this is what we hear as high life, and this is what we want to award. I can tell you any of these songs can fall in any of the categories, but can be in both categories.
Okay, so let me pause on Yao Gray here. I'll come back to Yao. I want us to really exhaust this particular topic, looking at the confusion around, because I was a part of the 3 Music Awards board, and I remember when Famia's praise song came on the board as to whether it should fall under Afrobeats, it should fall under High Life, or it should even fall under Hip Life. We called so many people. We called Rexoma. Maybe I'm not supposed to share this, but for education purposes, let me say it. We called Rexoma. Rex, what do you think about this song? Rexoma told us his opinion. We called Mark Okrekuman, the Honorable. He also told us his opinion. So now, I don't know, and your Grace earlier comments, I think satisfied me. But when you bring it to Ghana, then the confusion stays. Your Grace earlier comment that, if you have to think global, it is Afrobeat. But if you think Ghana or local, it is High Life. And now we have both categories in our award scheme. So where are we going to place them? Jamo, to us where? No, I said where do you?
Edding kakra. But as a AI can only a man, no,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm denying.
Is
I then yen kasi ye high life not the ye baby high life.
Because when say history crack and guide us here. Because before early 80s, about late 80s, now you be a friend of Boga High Life. It was still High Life.
Yes.
But elements
sound no.
Charles Amwa, Lidiodu, George Darko, almost the new way you be by. Now your friend Boga High Life. Because it was High Life with new element beer or man more Germany at the time and the buy. Yes, Eddie be same when a friend of Boga High Life. And to say another Camidoh Kelvyn boy moyano. We can easily call it
urban high life.
Yes.
Modern high life. New high life.
Urban.
Yes.
Urban high life.
Add something to the high life.
Urban.
That's all.
Urban high life.
Yes. Or even call it Afro high life. Or high life Afro.
Take like the Afro off and make it urban high life.
Yes.
That would really
something like that.
No.
Because the basic elements that you get in high life is in this one.
Yes.
So why do you want
but
to
the boys don't even want to call it high life.
Forget about them. If they don't want to call it that, or industry no money. For those who control the industry, like the award organizers and at this point, no there's who control. Who do their hip country, hip dia no one the samba. Among for be your modi.
That what's his name? What's his name? Abebio. As I say. It
is a Ujai among for say all my money.
I said plasma music.
Plasma.
Plasma. I was not the plasma music. You mean high life clean?
element no kwa the high life or say we musician now say won tiasia koye award na award hu because omo control that space, you know, like award organizers and people in the industry. They say omo an ye fem no man take decision bia there be a confusion we beba by with our Camidoh ne Kelvyn boy any say nya confusion bia and you straight high life omo pa omo fa de omo pe bia nka ho by high life it say boga high life by na dynamic in the 80s no and sana e ba be kwama hip life kran so ba be jimi dia yes echo back indeed high life with an element bia foreign bia because of that you call it urban high life it said there was suggestion and afro high life or something like me there high life element na a woman into no and it's a twetwene na you kofa bibi foforo ba say chinchana this is how it's supposed to be and you know but I will put the blame on award organizers and industry people now omo matter no omo can be woman they should just put their foot on the ground and say this is high life onti ase akwa award on as simple as that and I think that will work instead of allowing people to come up with some ridiculous name tree pop hip dia hip cont one like ninja omunya no omudem.
I see. Yeah, Grace said something. I don't know whether that should be the end of the story, but once again, yeah, I'm thinking about what you said in relation to our platforms where we sell music online lately.
Right.
You said if we are to go international, it is Afrobeat. So what you are saying indirectly is that if we are putting the songs on the stores, we are to call it Afrobeat. But once again, he said if we come to Ghana, we should call it High Life. How can we put a song on the international digital platforms, call it Afrobeat? We come here and we call it High Life.
If you go to Reverb Nation, if I'm wrong, somebody just has to check and come back to us. People were posting from Ghana and they were putting in their bio as hip life. Now, if you go to Reverb Nation, you get hip life in the journal.
Yes, the distro platform.
The more we put it and the more we write in our bios,
then they accept.
A number of artists are repeating in their bios. Those websites sit down and realize this is a movement and we need to add it. What is metal music? Some people started it. Some artists actually started pushing the agenda, and those sites actually saw it, and they have to add it to what they have, and they will be adding and adding and adding. From our side, unfortunately, people in the forefront make you feel like you are a fool to say you are doing hip life. You are a fool to think you are doing high life. So an artist who do high life but shy to say I'm doing high life and come out and say I am doing Afro pop because it will make him or her look good in the eyes of people. So it is not the fault of the artist. One thing I'll say what society, you know, does and it affects we the artists is, and it takes a strong artist to stand. New era comes, you might be a rapper, now they are talking about Afrobeat. It would be nice to just rap on the Afrobeat. You do it and DJ will tell you, Charlie, you know, go pick, make somebody sing. I went to the studio last week. My engineer gave me a beat I didn't know about, but it's more like, he said, Charlie, great, this is Afrobeat. I listened to it and I said, okay, put it through the Cubase. We started recording. He said one thing. He said, I never knew such song or lyrics
can be put
on this beat. How did you do it? You understand? So if people will allow that, there are different types of sound. Because, you know, our problem in Ghana here is you can be the best rapper coming up. As soon as you rap in Twi, or rap it that's the Ghanaian ear. And apart from Sarkodie, Minjimi say before for that is the Ghanaian ear. So no matter how good you are or better you are than what the Ghanaian ear is used to, they don't really care or don't really see what you are doing. But people elsewhere see it. And that is where sometimes most artists actually get their vim from. to actually say I am doing something good. People outside actually tell you who you are. For instance, I get a couple of deals outside, and when you are talking to these people, they be like, can you show us some of the things you've done? And as soon as I start giving them the videos, songs that I've released, they ask me, all these songs, is it by you? Yes. All these videos, you have them? Then you must be big. But here, you can have all that
and still not be
if
recognized.
you don't sound like Kwame Eugene. Because we hear Kwame Eugene every day, you are not part of it. So most artists from here has to do what people kind of like and forget what they are doing. It got to a point I was affected. I can do dancehall, I can sing, but my stronghold is rap. And I was singing and doing dancehall, but I wasn't releasing it. People come listening and be like, great, why don't you put these songs out? I said, no, I want to be known as a rapper. It got to a point, it looks like nobody really wants to hear rap.
Yeah.
Then I said, okay, then let me do dancehall.
Yeah.
I started doing dancehall.
Yeah, so I think after the rap thing, then dancehall took over.
Dancehall.
That was the reign of Shatawale, Stonebwoy, Samini. Yeah.
I could have, championed in it and say, but my stronghold is rap. I can do dancehall for you to be like, yo, this is not what the guys are doing. But that is what they are doing and they are good at it because they can wake up and just do it. I have to think before I do it. But I can just wake up and do rap.
Without thinking.
So I know my stronghold and I know where I can handle. Now I have to do dancehall. But that's not really my stronghold. It's just a feeling.
So like your no video, we just
with a no video.
It's a pure dancehall song.
It's a pure dancehall song, and I have songs like that.
Meanwhile, you are not an original dancehall
artist. I'm a rapper, but I just have to chip it in, put it out there, and just listen to what people will say. Then I have to turn around, come and do Masem.
Yeah. Which is more high life,
because people wants to dance.
Yeah.
And you see. Then you get DMs from people telling you, yo, you are going off track, man. I listen to you and how you rap and how you go about your rap is why I'm stuck to you.
Yeah.
I'm stuck to you. And now you are doing what I have options to choose from. You are unique. So why are you doing what everybody's doing when I can forget about you and choose somebody? So why don't you stick to you? And you see, it gets you on the point where the artist gets confused and don't even know what to do.
Because at every point in time, someone is saying something different.
And this is how our industry is like. But if we slow down and understand, we have high life, which I don't know why we are shying away from. That we have high life and we have hip life. Trying to explain these two genres makes so much sense to sell it. Than the other genres, trip hop, the crime, but it's all part of it. Then the next guy will come and say, I'm the best rapper from Volta region, Adam, so I'm coming with Igbe pop. Then Tiny will also get up and say, I'm doing Gan pop. My mom is from Chirpon Edukrom. Then I also come and say, I'm doing Chirpon pop. You understand?
Yeah.
So we really need to be serious. And I respect the decision Logic and the Afro dancehall thing actually makes sense because we really can put, Ghanaians like the dancehall, but not the beat. Sammy was giving us dancehall, Yogi Dogi was giving us dancehall, but they were not giving us the dancehall beat that we know. They were putting it on our type of the beat our ear knows, and they were putting those raga on there. New generation comes and they are hearing stuff. Yes, so they need to do those kind of things. We understand. But if we will understand that this Afro dance hall thing actually makes sense for we to say we have high life in Ghana, hip life and Afro dance hall, I think it will be the best thing we can ever achieve.
Wow, solid, solid. And Algre has given us all the points as a musician will do. Remember when Bessa Simons came to Xylophone FM some years ago, when we were still having this discussion that, Uncle Bessa, so in our music, or in our sound, how do we even detect which is high life and which is not high life? One of the things, with all his experience in the world, as a guitarist, as a singer, as a renowned high life artist, one of the things he taught us was that if you listen to a song and you can get this pa 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 pa, then that song can qualify to be a high life song. Yes. Both songs had all the things we talked about. So I don't and when you go to the other one, that is sugarcane. Could you help me sing it? You are a good singer than I am. Voice in here. So come through now. Are we to stop this debate and give them high life so we can sleep?
This is high life.
Okay.
This is high life. If you can play the Camidoh song in the background for me, I want to do something.
It should be in the background.
Yeah, if they can play it.
You struggle. Because of the delay in sound.
The delay. Yes. It's high life. When that song was playing, I was singing Yabuatima song into it. And it fitted perfectly.
Which one? Yabuatima.
Yes.
Yeah.
It
was saying it to me and it really
fitted in perfectly. You know.
I see.
So this is high life.
Wow.
But
I can play it here to confirm what you are saying.
we can't blame them. We can't blame them though.
The Camidoh one or the Kelvyn boy?
No, sugarcane. That's
sugarcane rather. Okay. Just so to me to shame.
Oh yeah.
It's
high life.
Just about I'm part of it.
We are just confused.
Just so to me to shame. Yabuatima.
Yeah, what? To shame.
Okay. And bound not to me. Anomalis.
Typical Ghanaian music.
Oh,
advert boy, AdSense.
AdSense. Internet trap.
Okay. Yeah, what's my so on your music, on your technical, we always say yes. It's not about the pace. You see the confusion. It's not about the pace. A melodies now. Yeah, they want Kelvyn with them and you be unfortunate. A melodies, but you won't blame them. It's about the confusion that we have in our space.
Okay.
You see, we have not been consistent enough with our sound.
Exactly.
And that is why all over the world, Ghanaians are struggling to be identified with a particular sound. Although the high life and the hip life did so well. Remember, in the days of high life, I don't know most of our producers, the sound engineers. I don't readily remember.
Oh, you can mention Willie Roy.
Okay, Willie Roy of blessed memory, and some other people.
And then some people in Kumasi.
In Kumasi, I think that time GBC, they had engineers, and most of them were recording over there.
Yeah.
The sound that they brought with high life. When hip life came in, all those sound engineers faded off.
Yes.
They faded off with their sound.
Yes. In fact, Willie Roy, with all his experience at the point, was struggling to even produce a song.
All of them. So it was a total wipe of that generation, including the technical and everything. It went off. Now came hip life. We have the likes of JQ, Apietus, Hammer, Roro, Sugaton,
Nasidem.
When these guys were also producing, because they did a little they did well, because that time you could see people will be singing and they will be rapping. So they kept a part of the high life, that is the life, and the hip, that was the rap, making the hip life. So most of the songs were like somebody would do the chorus and they add the rap. When those people also, the new school come, all of them, shoo. Where is JQ?
He's in US now.
Where is Hammer?
He's
Selling bread now.
other things.
Bread maker.
Where is Roro is still doing music, but you ask
Trying to
yourself
come back, yeah.
How active is
how
he?
active or even the kind of song that we are seeing in our days now.
Is he part of it?
part of the
Yeah.
clique? Where is Sugar Tone and all of them?
Pictures.
So another sound also wiped off. Then the new school. And the point is the new school, the kind of orientation that they have, most of them were the kind that was listening to this new sound from other parts of them, because it was the internet era. When they log in on the internet, what kind of sound do they hear? They hear about the Afrobeat, the hip hop, the R&B. So even the kind of tone choice that they will pick in their production also matters. Somebody like Otin, is he always Otin has been defending this cause? But who trained him? Apietus. So where he learned from, he will always defend that sound and also pass it on to the other person. But in the case that our system, our sound, and our generation passes on away with everything of it, how can we even protect the sound? Imagine the high life sound was kept from those era, then moved to the next, by now we would have been internationally recognized with a particular sound. So you can't really blame our musicians these days. Last time when we were on another show with Roro, he even went to the extent of giving us that even now, those times when they were producing, it was hard. They play the tone, the key, the guitar, they play.
George Forrest also used to say this, that there is no way he would allow you to record a bass guitar on a keyboard.
Exactly.
So he always tell you play and mix, like
Good.
you play.
They play it hard. And so whatever tone that you need, that will fit that Ghanaian or authentic high life, so you get it. But now this is a system of Fruity Loops, which has been designed, refined. The tone has been refined. You just pick it and dump it in.
Yeah.
So you will not get that Yaponsa guitar sound. No, you won't get it because the Fruity Loops, they have done it something similar, which is even more refined. So at the end of the day, after producing everything, it is sounding like a music from somewhere else. So some of these things have caused us a lot as a country and as a system, and we can't really protect this sound that we are talking about. For instance, now we have which people, the producers, MOG,
Chance in beats.
Classic
Beats.
Classic beats, all those Sam Snee, all those
Sam
people.
Snee, yeah.
Give them 5 years, 10 years. All of them,
They also go.
they will also go.
New crop will come.
A new crop
Classic
will
will
come.
also go.
All of them will go.
Ouch.
A new crop will come.
It's head.
And you see, our industry is like a butterfly in the wind. Wherever the wind blows you,
We all follow.
that is where we follow. And you can't blame them again because of how the world is now. We are living in a marketing era. It is about what you can do to survive. For instance, with this Afrobeat, somebody calling this Afrobeat. Yes, because we are doing music for the world. And on the digital platforms, this is what they will categorize you. So why should you call your song High Life when it goes out there, it will be called Afrobeat? So you have to, for the sake of business, accept that it is Afrobeat. No musician in Ghana, from Ghana, hates High Life. No musician can disrespect High Life. When they goes to events and High Life is played, from who? From the sarcodier to the downtrodden. Everybody dances.
Yeah.
So they respect it, but it is not marketable. It doesn't have the value on the market. So if you want to do business, yes, you are compelled to sideline it and
do what the people
do
want.
what the people want.
But at the end of the day, you want to sell.
You want to sell.
If you don't do what the people want, then you are going to.
You are going, and I think we have to even blame those times when Ghana music was on top, where we have the goodies, the Ajikut, the despite.
I think they were doing the business right.
I think majority of the blame should go to them.
Why?
Why? Because by now maybe somebody like Despite, we should have the apps like the Spotify. We should have one that's owned by Despite. Because when the migration started, they were having the CDs. So it was just a migration from the analog to the digital. Because they had all the distribution channels already. So
they had the songs.
Yes.
And they had the money then too.
And they had the money there. So it was just getting the app. And now, instead of I have a shop in Kumasi, Adum, now everything is online. Because this is a macro environment factor. We can't control it. We have to adapt to it. So we just adapt. Okay, we are no more doing go to Kantamanto and buy CD. We have a Despite app. So every Ghanaian musician uses it. Then we can even influence we can put our high life, our hip life and everything there. And the other people will also copy it from there. Because that Ghana music was strong. We were vibrant. We had the TikToks controlling other parts of Africa.
Yeah.
So that time it would have made sense more.
It's true.
Before now, the Spotifys and the other platforms are now here now. So I think they also didn't do us a good. They did that a disservice at that time for not just allow themselves to pass away because there has been changing technology. So the boys today, you can't blame them too much for what is happening, that confusion. And I love that thing that Bessa said, the kaka. At least that can be the basic definition for the high life. But here, because it is coming from Bessa, if we all accept that, and now the basic element to determine a high life song is ka. Hey, I don't know Bessa now or no the other. But can you decide something for ourselves? Okay, let's pinpoint certain things. The moment we get this timing in there, the moments we get this there, then it means it's a high life song. Then even the word can now even understand it. But even we are making the word more confused because we ourselves are confused. We ourselves can't even determine what a high life song is. If anybody from the outside world comes to Ghana and asks us, what is high life? How can I determine a high life song from a Mapuka? There will be a lot. We will even fight. Like the day.
There will be so much confusion.
Like the day Yagre and his brothers came to Zano. to bring back Mobile Boy said there was a lot of confusion. You see. So we ourselves, we are even fighting. If we talk about high life, someone will come a guitar band high life, brass band high life, this band like all the adjectives that we are adding, it is not necessary. The point is
not needed.
We need that. As jazz changed.
No.
Like we have urban jazz. Do we hear of Boga
But then
jazz?
orchestra, then they have never changed. And they say,
Exactly. What is beating us now is even just the modifications with respect to generations. Yes, you don't expect a Kelvyn boy to sound like a Jack of yesteryears.
Yeah.
There will be different tones, exposition to different tones and rhythms and even chords. So if a Kelvyn boy is singing, definitely it wouldn't sound like a Jack anymore. So that is just a modification. But it doesn't change the real genre.
Okay.
It is still high life. Like we have iPhone, whatever, 13 Pro Max, it's the same iPhone.
Yeah,
but just
one
that
is ahead of the
functions and modifications. So with time, yes, it wouldn't be the same. Give us 10 years, the crop of new artists who will come will also sound different because they've listened to certain sounds. But the real thing is what? High life. So they shouldn't go anywhere to say this is not high life. And it shouldn't be a problem of any award scheme.
Okay.
If we put you there and you think you don't like it, you can opt out.
Okay.
But it shouldn't be a problem. And so I think we have to really make time and clarify this confusion. It's not helping us anywhere, and it can't help us with the agenda that we want to push as a people.
Well, solid delivery from my people here on the Sammy Flex Show live on Base One TV.